If you are 40 or over, you should start a YouTube channel, and I'm going to tell you why. So I am 41 years old, 41 years young, and I started a YouTube channel last night, and this is where I'm going to be posting this particular video. Now, I started on YouTube about 2.5 years ago now, and in that time I've started a couple of channels and I have learnt so much, but a lot of the things that I have learnt have really surprised me. They are not the things that I expected. I expected to learn how to film and edit a YouTube video. I did not expect my confidence to grow so massively. It is one of my hopes that I had when I started my very first YouTube channel. I'm definitely somebody who suffers a lot with anxiety, low confidence, low self-esteem, and I have done for my whole life, as long as I can remember. And I hoped that in starting a YouTube channel, putting myself out there online, talking to, potentially thousands of people, though realistically not, but potentially thousands of people that I didn't know about something, that I would grow in confidence and I would feel more confident talking to people at work and in my personal life. And it is so true, has definitely been the case for me. I have found my confidence has grown dramatically, and I'll insert a clip here of my very first YouTube video on my original channel, and you can compare that to how you think I present myself today. It basically comes from the kind of modern age of technology and kids spending increasing amount of time inside and on tech. According to US, I think I feel certainly way more confident. Now, I have a job, I work as a lawyer, which is kind of a strange job for somebody who is very anxious and of low confidence, but I absolutely love my job. And gradually over the years I have found myself like working my way up a bit, working my way up through the ranks, whether I wanted to or not, and each step has been like so hard for me. When I started my most recent job, which was about 3.5 years ago, I very quickly ended up with a case of shingles, and my doctor said to me, "Are you under a lot of stress?" And I was like, like just life is stressful, right? And everything I push myself to do takes me just, I think, a little bit longer to get my head around. So if you're someone like me and you want to build your confidence, I cannot recommend starting a YouTube channel enough. Like, it has been such a game changer in my life, and it gives me a real shock when I look back and see how I was presenting myself on my original channel 2.5 years ago to now. So I'm out this morning and I've gone for a run walk in my local park. You can see all the football pitches and everything behind me. It's a beautiful day. And at the moment I've got kids at home while we're in between starting school, and I'm working. I work from home mostly, and I would be tempted to think like, this is not a good time to start a YouTube channel. This is not a good time in life for me to record anything. Like, I just don't have the capacity. But the reality is actually you can do it anywhere. So as long as you've got a phone, which is what I'm recording on, then you can record YouTube videos. So all I'm gonna do, so I'm just going to swap arms here because I didn't bring a stick, whatever, or anything to help me. I just decided on a whim that I was going to record a YouTube video, and you can totally do the same. You can record in your car, you can record in little bites as you go, so you can decide to record the intro and then later record a few more points and then stick it all together into one video, right? And actually that tends to work a lot better, because if you do that then you find it's just like a bit more interesting. So I would highly recommend that. Don't let basically your circumstances put you off. One thing I have absolutely learned in my 2.5 years of creating content for YouTube is there is never a good time, like literally never a good time to start a YouTube channel and create content. And it doesn't matter if you have kids, you don't have kids, you will find it difficult, right? Naturally life gets in the way, and actually if I give myself like no excuses and just create content as I can, then I find like the only way is up, basically, if you just do it. Give yourself no excuses and start. So other reasons why starting a YouTube channel, if you are a midlifer, if you are 40 or over, is a must. this is a seriously underserved category on YouTube. There are not many of us out there. There are tons of the youngsters on YouTube, but not many midlifers. And we have so much to offer, right? So much life experience. And you may be tempted to think, I have nothing to talk about on YouTube. I don't know what I would do. I'd love it. I don't know what I would talk about. And that's kind of what I felt like at the beginning. Like, I wanted to start YouTube about 5 years ago. And it took me 2.5 years of wondering and pondering to just start. And at the start, I didn't know what I would talk about. So I made videos about anything and everything. Basically, anything that interested me, anything that I was going through in life, anything I was experiencing, I made content about. And in doing so, I naturally found that I really enjoy teaching people things. And also, as time has gone on, I really enjoy talking about making YouTube, like in and of itself, as its own separate topic. And you may be tempted to think you don't have anything to talk about, but I am telling you that you do. Your life experience is valuable and it is totally worthwhile talking about. I'm going to stand here in the shade because, oh my goodness, it is like, whoa, the sun has come out and it is amazing. So you have something to talk about, and do not be tempted to think that you have no experience to offer others, because you totally do. Your story is unique. You have a valuable story to tell, and you don't have to be an expert in anything to talk about it on YouTube. You just have to be one step ahead of others that want to watch your content. So as long as you have experienced something, you've started something, document it. If you're about to undergo a dramatic transformation of your home, you're about to redecorate your whole home, you've bought a new place perhaps, document it on YouTube. Start a channel and document it. You don't have to have like finished the product and in order to talk about it, right? People want to see that experience. If you're feeling like completely overwhelmed at home, which is like me, like 90% of the time, and thinking, oh my god, I have so much stuff and I need to get rid of it, right? Document that. Document the process of decluttering your home, the things that you find work for you, what you find helpful, and others will find those experiences helpful. There is literally like nothing that you can't talk about on YouTube that others will not be interested in. Another reason why I think starting a YouTube channel when you are 40 or above and when you're a midlifer is so important is because, do you know, I think that midlifers, we bring like something really like genuine to the platform. So I think a lot of the content that is created for those who are younger is like quite gimmicky and not as genuine and authentic is definitely the right word. We are, I feel like, way more authentic than, and I know that is such a generalization, but and not everyone will be like that, of course. But as far as content goes, there's a lot of, you know, I'm saying this because it feels like it's like a hot topic, everyone else is talking about it, others want to hear it, or perhaps it's quite extreme and shocking, and is it really like that genuine, authentic way that that person lives their life? And don't get me wrong, there is a place for that kind of content, and that's quite entertaining in itself, right? But I think what midlifers have to bring to the table, that authenticity, that genuineness, is an area which people are really craving right now. And that brings me to my next point, which is actually creating the content itself. I talked about that earlier. It doesn't have to be hard. You can create anywhere as long as you have a mobile phone. I am filming this on the reverse camera because I have no other way of telling that I'm in frame, which is like the worst one to use on your phone. You should always record using the back camera, right? But I'm recording this on the reverse camera. I don't have a microphone. I don't have a tripod or a selfie stick or anything, although that would have been like massively helpful today out in the sun. But I don't have any of that, and I'm managing to create this. Also, when I first started on YouTube 2.5 years ago, I made the whole process of editing like way harder than it needed to be. So now I use software on my phone to edit, and I upload my YouTube videos from my phone, and I will make some videos showing exactly how I do that. And there's literally nothing I have found that you can't do from your phone, including adding all the fancy end screens and end cards and everything, and all of the B-roll, that kind of additional footage that you might want to add into your videos to make them more interesting, I can do absolutely everything using my phone. So you do not need to be spending out on expensive fancy software. You don't even need a laptop, you don't even need a tripod. There is a basic level of equipment that you may find helpful, and I will link some of the things that I use in this video. But you essentially need nothing. You don't need any fancy lights. You can just be out having a walk in your local park and record away whatever comes to mind. And half the time I think the top part of my head has been missing from shot. I am very red and sweaty because I have just done a run walk, and my arms are a little achy. The sunlight position is changing. I'm walking around, right? But you're watching this and engaging with it, so you can do it as well. If you have started a YouTube channel, let me know, like drop your details in the comments. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, what might you start a YouTube channel about? I cannot encourage you enough to do this. It has given me so much in life. I absolutely love the creativity aspect of creating content on YouTube. I feel like I am naturally a creative person. I love everything like arts and crafty, and I hadn't realised just how creative YouTube is. Now I know that, you know, people who make videos for social media would be called like content creators. I wouldn't call myself that because that's not what I do for a profession, but I do create content for social media. But then, you know, that whole creative, the word is there, but I didn't realise just how creative it is. When you're thinking of concepts, when you're thinking of topics, you're thinking of how you will present yourself, of what kind of clips and b-roll that you will add in, sound effects, lighting, like all that stuff. You don't have to think about that right at the start. I would say just, you know, just talk away like this. You don't have to do that for every video. But if you are a creative person and you enjoy creativity, you will absolutely love YouTube. So I could go on and on about the benefits of starting a YouTube channel, but I just want to leave you with that kind of, you know, if you're thinking about it, just do it. There is not a second of any day that I have regretted starting a YouTube channel. I love it so much, and I really hope that you come to do so too.